Hey everyone, it's Gary V. Today we're diving into some incredible stories of success that started with failure. Let's get inspired by these amazing CEOs who turn their setbacks into comebacks. You know, the world loves a good comeback story. It's in those moments of defeat that true character shines through. These folks didn't just accept failure, they owned it, learned from it, and used it as fuel to reach incredible heights. So buckle up, because we're about to break down how these icons turned the impossible into the inevitable. First up, we've got Howard Schultz, the man who took Starbucks from a small Seattle coffee shop to a global phenomenon. But here's the thing, his journey wasn't all sunshine and lattes. Schultz had this vision, right? He experienced the magic of Italian coffee culture and knew he had to bring it to the US. He was so pumped about this idea, he joined Starbucks early on. But the founders weren't on board with his vision. Can you imagine getting rejected by your own company? So Schultz walked away, but he didn't give up. He hustled, he grinded, and he pitched his idea to anyone who would listen. And guess what? He got rejected, a lot. We're talking 242 rejections from banks and investors who just didn't see the potential. 242. Most people would have thrown in the towel, but not Schultz. He believed in his vision. He believed in the power of connection over a cup of coffee. And finally, after 242 no's, he found someone who said yes. And the rest, as they say, is history. Next up, we've got a story that's almost too crazy to be true. We're talking about the legend himself, Steve Jobs, and his tumultuous journey with Apple. Now, most people know Jobs as the visionary genius behind Apple, but what many forget is that he got fired from the very company he created. Let that sink in for a second. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into something, building it from the ground up, only to be shown the door. That's exactly what happened to Jobs in 1985. The boardroom battles, the clashes of vision, it all led to his ouster. But here's where the real story begins. Jobs could have easily fallen into despair, but instead, he took his failure and turned it into a period of immense growth. He went on to found Next, a computer company that, while not a commercial success, would later play a pivotal role in Apple's future. And let's not forget Pixar, the animation studio that revolutionized storytelling and brought us classics like Toy Story. Jobs didn't just sit around licking his wounds, he took action. He learned from his mistakes, refined his vision, and ultimately returned to Apple stronger and more focused than ever. Chapter 3, Sarah Blakely. From pantyhose woes to billion-dollar CEO. Our final story is all about turning a common frustration into a billion-dollar empire. That's right, we're talking about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Blakely's journey started with a simple problem. She couldn't find any undergarments that wouldn't show under her white pants. Sound familiar? Instead of settling, she took matters into her own hands, literally. She cut the feet off her pantyhose, creating a smoother, more flattering look, and just like that, the idea for Spanx was born. But getting her product to market was no walk in the park. Blakely faced countless rejections from manufacturers who just didn't get it. They didn't see the need, the innovation, the potential of her idea. But Blakely, she's a hustler. She believed in her product. She believed in empowering women, and she wouldn't take no for an answer. She kept refining her pitch, knocking on doors, and eventually she found a manufacturer who saw what she saw. From there, it was off to the races. Blakely's story is a testament to the power of perseverance, of believing in yourself even when no one else does. Outro, keep hustling. Remember, failure is not the end. It's just the beginning of your success story. Keep pushing forward, and who knows, you might be the next great CEO we talk about. These stories are proof that success isn't a straight line. It's a winding road with detours, roadblocks, and maybe even a few U-turns. But it's in those moments of uncertainty, those times when you're tempted to give up, that you have to dig deep, learn from your setbacks, and come back stronger. Until next time, keep hustling.